Yeah. Sonibona ngophethe igama langosemsando ngomsikhathi namba sikuthiwa amakhize ngokusikhohla abelimekeza ngamanzi inkonyane yenkosi angalezwe. Sonibona namhlanje ngiphethe isiqiniselo kanoJS zasesibhudu noma nini.
Lindo kuhle noJeza. Bangibiza ngobhubesi, ngunyanda umsangulu malambeki. Uyazi.
So bafetha akuningi. You know, it's just that we simple kids. Even though the age gap show a corner, but we all just simple kids who are just trying to come out the hood. It's a win. It's a location. I ain't gonna spoon you in plan. I ain't gonna spoon you in. You know, it also comes with self-healing. It's kind of sort of self-growth, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I noticed you've also been reading lately like that. You know, like always with that. It's not that I'm trying to expose you something, but you've been the most chaotic child I've ever come upon.
Yeah. No, it comes from a good place.
Yeah, I know it comes from a good place, but you understand, if you don't understand the simple terms of that's one of the things.
Yeah.
The fact that we used to call it school that were fun, you know, like baggy jeans, you know, and I come from a time of time whereby sazi kavela, iplugele ebheni khakho pants, yabo, I don't know if you remember. Quite sure, hey, yabo, ipoba, ispantsula, yonke leyo nto. So yeah, so and then when we see it's like in between the most of 20, I think from 2012 or 2013, something like that, going to 20 till now actually, to present time, to corner old school. Oh my nigga, and yet the whole time they're there corner.
Yeah.
So because thina mfethu for kulisa thina abanye bethu yabo, because I can show some of understanding. Because even in some of your language, I understand. Sometimes when you say you check, you chat, sure. I come to a point where I understand much better now the way than before. How can you school others like about still like where do you think it come up? What's a
being what can I say, a hip hop guy basically, skr in your words, being that guy, it comes from actually television and the music that we listen to, and it's kind of like the culture created by, you know,
the OGs, you know, back in the time, and so it was about Figo Future,
Basically, they brought in that thing, but mostly it was Lil Wayne.
Is it?
Yeah, it was mostly Lil Wayne. For me.
YMCMB.
Yeah, skateboarding and all that stuff.
Yeah. I was so oblivious to the situation,
Yeah. So it is like that. We actually, basically it's something like, we all copying each other, but at the same sense, at that copying each other, we're all trying to find our feet. And an advice that I could give is, just master your craft. You can copy from another, but just make sure it's not exactly the same, but it's your version of it.
So as much as Snoop Dogg said, you know, like as much as we watch YouTube, you and I, most of the times, you know, it's either you come to my place or I come to your place. And it's like we go on YouTube just watching videos, and it's like Snoop Dogg would have said, all these niggas, all these motherfuckers sound the same.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes this culture, it's like it's stagnation for growth, not growth in precise. Like it brings out your inner child, because even if you see your future do not wear like their age. They wear like us.
I don't wear my age.
You also don't wear your age.
Yeah.
That is the culture though.
I don't wear my age.
That is the culture.
It's not that I take it from hip hop though. Yeah. Well, I've always been versatile in terms of
clothing.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it's not that I'm not fashionable. I know that for a fact. Yeah. Well, cause from way back when I started with my age group, I would have been that one different guy like. From way back, into a very done. And then got people their corn, saying that now we are corn and the now we and now I see this back in the trend, it's like,
Yeah.
2013, Boston,
The very same people are trying to keep up now.
Exactly.
You know, because honestly speaking, it's really hard not feeling like you're relevant. You know, and not feeling that you're relevant is actually the way up, because you're doing your own thing and you're living your own life. But the moment you try to be relevant, that is actually a screw culture. You are trying to be relevant.
Oh, so that's screw culture.
Yeah.
Relevancy is a match with the same thing as screw. In a way, it does link
in
up.
a way, it makes you valid. In a way, because at the same sense, like even approaching, let's say, the opposite sex. The opposite sex wouldn't want an uptight guy. It's really hard looking like you're not uptight when you're not within the culture, when you're not relative.
Or if you're within the culture.
Yeah.
I understand. Because as soon as you said uptight, you know me, not just because we're in front of a camera or off camera,
yeah.
There are times of whereby and you're like, oh my god, now I'm okay. So
Sure.
And like, hey,
yeah, and this relevant thing is, it's like a short-term thing, and people respect short-term things nowadays. That's why I think it's really like spreading like wildfire, because and then standing out will make people that don't like you. And then when you stand out of the culture, automatically people will be like, this guy's a weirdo, you know? You're standing up.
But you actually started dancing to your own energy first, and then they wanted to join, but it's just that they was just more of afraid to join.
Because more people are on their side.
Exactly. But as soon as they start seeing the numbers of people that are joining your side, and then they want to be part of it also.
Exactly.
They're like, I never disliked you.
You know?
I never disliked you, brother. You know, I was always there.
You know, now they're faking that shit, you know? It's like that.
Get the hell out of here.
Because I know many people who claim that, hey, I don't like this guy, I don't like the way he moves, I don't like the way he talks. But like when I rock old green, next week everyone is wearing green.
Exactly.
You know, because they saw that green looks good. You know?
Nice,
but yeah, bro, so it is like that. Yeah, it is like that.
You know, you mentioned of something that at now times you like something that is very short.
Yeah, short-term things.
Short-term things. How do you think that affects us in our times in terms of relationships? I know khona abantu abangalingi ngaphandle, who still got it locked in. You know, they still got that old love, even within youngster mind. They still got abanye babo, not everyone. Abanye babo still got that love thing of what is pushing on. For instance, I've never been in a relationship for more than a year. You know this. I told you this, some would say it's because I'm selfish. Definitely, I am selfish when it comes to love.
It is mandatory to be selfish.
Exactly. And at the same time, the most thing I'm selfish about is my peace. Ukukhuleka komoya wami iyona into engenza ukuthi ngithi wena mongabuza ukuthula kwami ukuthi akunankinga, musuxabana nakho, musukufuna ukuthi ngifane mhlawumbe nomuntu
ongamfuni vele.
Exactly. Mongamfuni awungifuni, but ungayenzi into yethu kube ibe based ngengxabano. At the end of the day,
ungangifuni kwakho, at least better yourself to be better than me.
Exactly.
Because ungangifuni kwakho, basically that's being envious. And there's a lot of niggas who are envious, bro. You know, umuntu evutana evuke silwane endleli nje ndawonye. Thothi
besithole semnyama ngiyayifuna intombi yakho.
Yabo. So, thothi sihleli nje kanje. But and then somebody else walks in the room and then you start switching up. But a lot of people do that. I don't understand.
I don't know where man.
Yeah, I do. Now you see the honeys. Yeah, now you see the honeys and now you see
iPhone number face.
Yeah, but eventually you see every wrong thing I'm doing. Sure. Yeah, well.
Nigga, couldn't even possess to me like that.
You know, like you said, Steve is cool, though. Yeah, actually, man. How I just suppose I got him, man. So I got to suppose I got him.
So, let you say happy.
Yabo ngithi into kanjalo ebeni uyazi ukuthi uthenga iperfume at clip eSpark ehlula wona lamadiyo kodwa uzovida nehlolo zethi idiyo yakho ejike kuhleke yabo. And like I don't get why people do that, but I think it's just it does. I think it's just being human though.
I feel like we cannot the only time you feel bad when that happens is because we started to have expectation about someone else. As soon as you start having an expectation about someone else and you don't understand every individual is an owner to themselves, is a captain to their own soul at the end of the day. That they are all so vivid and so complex at the same time that they belong to their own selves. You don't have to do anything about it. And the only thing you have to do is play your part only. So if you've been honest, you've been honest. If you've been genuine, you've been genuine. If you are not aligned with those things, you're associated with that person within that same circle. You might not eat at the same table, but they're associated with the same energy as yours. We find those people who just want to turn the room over. I think we've also let's be frank.
We've also been one of those guys. We've also wanted to turn the room.
We've been one of those guys.
I don't even lie, bro.
We've all been one of those people. Maybe it's but maybe you started earning a couple of money and then you felt like you can boss around these into Zakwe, but you can find your own way. So but as soon as this is something I used to say to our neighbor. You know our neighbor Pezu. As soon as I started saying that, I understood. I understood. There is no reason for me to retaliate. There's no need. How much I spent, how many Hennessy's we